Okay, we're going to actually, I think we're rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're live here on Facebook, YouTube, social media. It's the Point of Light Network, 60 Seconds of Motivational Mojo. I'm Joe Luellen, I'm your host, and I got Luther Taylor with me. Hey, Luther, why don't you say hi to everybody?
Hey, man, how you doing today?
And we also got
Jobs Club. I'm happy to be here.
So say that again, Luther.
I'm sorry, I'm Luther Taylor. I'm from Jobs Club. I'm happy to be here. My first time.
We are happy to have you. And we got Frank Briggs. Frank, why don't you say hello to everybody?
Hello, everybody. How are you doing tonight? Happy Motivational Mojo.
All right, we are going to jump right into the Motivational Mojo. Now, you guys know I always try to have some kind of topic or something going on, right? So if I do this right, we're going to do a quick lightning round. Everybody out there, we're going to give you a chance to answer. Now, we're on LinkedIn. We're on Facebook. We want everybody who watches this video to join us. Send it out to your friends. You can be a part of this. But the question I have for today is, first and foremost, who's your favorite superhero? So I'm going to go to Frank Briggs first. Frank, who is your favorite superhero?
You know, I've got to stay with the old standby, Superman, just because he is such a simple character. He's a mild-mannered reporter, just an everyday guy who all of a sudden realizes that he has to draw it himself to help somebody. He quickly changes, he gets what he has done, and then he goes back to just being an average person. There's no wealth, there's no popularity. He's just a simple guy doing great things to help people all the time, just like we need to be on the Point of Light Network. Simple people doing great things for other people with nothing in return that we ask for.
All right, now, Luther Taylor, you got Jobs Club going up there. What's your favorite superhero? Who's your favorite superhero?
Okay, for Marvel, I would say Thor. And for DC, I would say Batman. Batman I like because he's the Cape Crusader, and he prowls at night, defends criminals. And for Thor, I like because he's he's a knight and he defends the earth while he's on probation, where he should be in Asgard. That's his hometown, his home, whatever. And but they all deal with defending and the citizens, and that's what we need.
All right, so we need our superheroes, right? You like Batman and you like Thor. Actually, I agree with you on Batman. Batman, down through the ages, he was a comic book. There was all kinds of movies back in the day. There was the 60s TV show. There was the 80s reboot. Then they rebooted again with Michael Keaton, Michael Keaton was the reboot in the 80s. Then they brought it back with Christian Bale. And I mean, they've done a lot with Batman. I would say Batman's got to be my favorite. He's the Cape Crusader. I wish I had $1 billion, but I'm glad that I wasn't an orphan like Batman. So I'm going to go right back around. I'm going to ask everybody, what is your favorite superhero movie? Now, Luther, what's your favorite superhero movie?
Okay, still for DC, it's a tie between Batman and Batman Returns, because I like how Michael Keaton played the part. He did first in 1989, then again in 92. And for Marvel, it's a tie between Doctor Strange and I would say Ghost Rider. I like Ghost Rider because he prowls on the sick criminals with his skull face. And for Doctor Strange, he's able to use, he's a mystic, master of mystic arts, and he's able to use his powers to see inside different spirits, and that's it.
All right. So now, Frank Briggs, what's your favorite superhero movie?
I'm going to have to go with the final Avengers movie, simply for the fact that it showed that when everybody comes together working for a common goal, we can defeat the bad things that happen all around us, and that we can make things better. And sometimes through it all, we have to make sacrifices that could cause our own future to be skewed a little bit, but for the greater good, we've helped other people. So for me, it would be the final Avengers movie.
Well, I'm actually going to say that my favorite superhero movie, and I like a lot of them, has got to be the first Avengers movie, just because the way they tied it all together. They had all the separate movies that fed into that first one, and it really set the tone for all these mega superhero movies. There's been a lot of other great superhero movies that are kind of underrated, but for me, that first Avengers movie really did it. So now the question that I have, final question is, do we still need superheroes? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go over to Mr. Luther Taylor first. What do you think? Does the world still need superheroes?
Well, the reality, I think so, um, but to bring back to the safe side, there are no such things as superheroes where they use guns to solve problems or use like Superman, they use their superhuman strength to break up parades or domestic abuses, all that kind of stuff. But the heroes, my dad always told me that there are really no heroes in life because we all try and live and do the best we can. And sometimes we don't realize we sin in life. Because every day we sin, and when we say our prayers at night, we always ask the Lord to forgive us for our sins, whatever we've done. And not everything we do is always right. We think we're doing it for the right reason, but sometimes it ain't. So the truth is, I don't think we need no heroes in life. What we need is leaders and leaders that knows exactly what they're doing and have a plan, have a strategy, and support. And if they have a leader, then that's when they come up with followers and say, well, as a leader, I know you can't do it by yourself. Well, I'm going to try to help out as much as I can. I'll let everybody else know that I will follow you as well. And if now you need help, just ask, and that's it.
All right, so Frank, what do you think? Do we still need superheroes?
Yes. And I'm going to kind of piggyback off of what Luther said. And the thing I think of, and he mentioned it, is we need strong, quality leaders. And those would be our superheroes, the ones who guide us the right way, who make sure that the path is clear, that they have people in place to make things happen. Those are the true superheroes, the ones that lead without any sort of payment. They just do it because it's the right thing to do. So, Luther, you're on the right track. We do need strong leaders, and I feel that those are our superheroes.
You know what? You guys really, really were like reading my mind on this thing. I think we need superheroes because we need to be able to relate to the kids out there. We need to be able to make sure kids can still dream big about being a superhero one day. And then we need our leaders to step up and do the right thing. We need our parents, we need all the adults out there to set the right standard and the right tone and say, you know what, no matter what everybody else is doing, we still got to do the right thing, man. We still need people that are going to be brave no matter what the odds are and face that adversity. So, like, number one, we need superheroes so that we can keep these kids' dreams alive and not rob their dreams. And then number two, we need to be inspired by superheroes. So when we're called on, we can be real life heroes, just like you were saying, Luther. We really need real life heroes out there. So
But
does
kids really
anybody
need
have
role
a
models. They need role models, not just heroes.
okay, I'll go with you there. I was going to say, do you have a closing thought on it? Because we even live in a time now where the villains even get their own superhero movies. So I was just going to say, do you have any closing thoughts on, what you'd want to tell people about superheroes or heroes or what people need to be doing in general?
Well, in closing, I would like to say that the kid needs really a role model to look up to, not a hero. To tell them, give them good examples, like let them know that not to do this, not to do that, still stay in school, learn, be all you can be somebody that you're not. And if you do have a hero, it's good to have a fictional hero, but don't talk about it too much because you gotta still face reality. Now, kids have imaginary playmates and they have imaginary ideas. They're just kids, but they're not gonna be kids forever. One day they're gonna have to grow out of it and know that, well, this is the real world. That Superman couldn't save 9/11 when the twin towers fell down, um, or a person that with guns they just don't solve by violence, because violence is just makes it worse, because wars don't solve anything, it just makes it worse. And people say, what's the point of having a war if it ain't gonna solve anything? Violence just don't solve anything. It just don't get better. What we need to do is come up with what you call agreements, or come up with solutions, some way to work things out. So hopefully we all can agree to something. And if not, then get yourself another plan.
All right. So I will definitely take that as the answer. Luther Taylor, he's the host of Jobs Club. Some people think he's a real life hero because he has been religiously trying to help other people find jobs no matter what kind of things he's going through. He's lining up speakers, he's doing workshops. Now, Frank, do you have any closing thoughts that you would like to share with everybody?
Well, one of the things that comes to mind, especially in these times right now that we're going through, the turbulence and the tribulations that this nation is seeing right now, and how things are sitting on their head, and we need people to step up and you might say be the heroes out there. And I remember a line from the original TV show MASH with Alan Alda's character of Hawkeye, when they were trapped in the OR because there was a sniper outside and everybody was afraid to go out and face the danger. And Hawkeye said, well, who's going to be the hero? And finally he says, you know what a hero is? A hero is somebody who is tired, cold, hungry, and just doesn't give a damn and wants to make a difference. And with that, he stood up and he walked out, and somebody says, what are you doing? He says, I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I just don't give a damn. And he stepped up to face it. That's what we need. We need these people that say, we're tired of this. We want to make a change. We're not going to let this take place. We are going to be the ones to set the standard for what we do, and we will make the change. We will guide and lead people, and we will show them that there is a better way to do this. Not through the anger, not through the hatred, not through the destruction, but through peaceful times, talking it through and working hand to hand. I don't care if you're black or white. I don't care if you're Asian or Mexican. I don't care if you're Asian descent. I don't care if you're gay or straight. Guess what? Pull your pants up, be a big person, and go out there and make a difference. We all bleed red blood. Guess what? Let's go out there and show the world that America is better than what we are currently showing right now.
Hey, you know what? I think that is a great thought. That is what we need. We really need people to step up. We really need people to say, okay, look, we've had enough of this. I was trying to share my screen one last time in closing. I really just want to say to people out there that we want people to join us on the Point of Light Network and spread good news, because we need it now more than ever. We really need people to believe in peace over all this division and all this violence and all this stuff that's going on. If everybody's just yelling at each other, throwing rocks at each other, shooting at each other, nobody's listening to each other. Nobody's trying to understand each other. And we really need heroes that are going to step up and say, the only way that this gets better is we got to start forgiving each other, start understanding each other, and trying to work together. And that's what we're trying to do with the Point of Light Network. We hope you will join us on LinkedIn. We hope that you will join us on Facebook. We hope that we can all come together and that we can all make a difference. This is Joe Luellen, Point of Light Network. I got Frank Briggs and I got Luther Taylor with me, but we are going to be signing off. And we really hope everybody will just leave some good news, pray for each other, and stay safe out there.